If I am able to contain what the Lord has said, because at least He has prepared me, these words are coming to prepare those out there who do not know what this country really is. This country is a cauldron, a slow crock pot that is cooking everyone in it. And the only difference between those who know and those who don't know are that those who know what is going on here will be better positioned by the Spirit of the Lord to survive the types of judgments that America is going to suffer. These judgments are not going to go away because we do not know what is happening. When a place is judged, it is a blanket judgment, and the only people who will be saved are those who fall to their knees because they have the full understanding and say, Lord, shelter me when the acid rain begins to fall. So if you do not know the reasons for America's harsh punishments that are always read out on this channel, then you will always be confused about why Celestial and the Master's Voice is a place that seems to land blows in the solar plexus without respite. So, the women are attacked without knowing that they will be attacked. And so God kept insisting for me to understand that everything that you see in these films is happening because the person is being taken by surprise. The storyline is not progressing according to what they were told. Some of the snuff films don't bother with a storyline. They're just a situation where a man is released and told, run. And then he's chased by dogs, chased by snipers, chased by people with trackers that have already bugged him and so can find him wherever he is. And all of this is being filmed, and it's like a real-time action film. And if you're honest, you'll actually see that more and more of these types of movies are starting to creep into the mainstream. And what people don't actually understand is that they're watching the prototype of snuff films. One such movie that came out, I think, is called The Game. It was on this station called Kiwi, and it was being promoted so heavily throughout the winter of 2019. Another one that I found by researching is called Hunt. I'm not mentioning these things so that you can go and watch this type of content. I'm simply mentioning them so that you can know that there is precedent here for what God is trying to tell us. And so the staff that I mentioned, the makeup, the hair, clothing, even acting coaches, these people will all surround the vixen or the bombshell type to get her ready for her big role. And these women feel so excited and hopeful about the future. And that's why their hope is built up so strongly, because it's very interesting and exciting for the voyeurs to see all her facades being stripped away as she is attacked on camera, and her life slowly oozes off her until she is no more. The Lord says that these films are full of real emotion that deliver a high for the viewers, and that is why they are so highly prized, because it is not acting. So I saw some warehouses that are used as the private sets, and that's where the coaching takes place. That's where the training takes place. They even have places where these young women and young men live almost like a hotel setting. And these kids are thinking, my goodness, I just fell into my greatest luck. The homeless people are thinking, my goodness, I just fell into my greatest luck. I'm off the streets. These guys are giving me a second chance at something I may not be trained for, but I'm going to work really hard. And what they don't know is that one day some of these men especially are going to be told, let's go for a drive, and then they're going to be taken out to the woods somewhere and just told, run. The women are not told that perhaps during the sex, and they're told, he might put a little light pressure on your neck. They're not told that that light pressure is going to turn into a chokehold until they die while the man is sleeping with them. They're not told that the sexual activity, who they were told is just a little light nudity, is going to get out of hand until they are genuinely shocked and terrified, because it will not stop. The protagonist of a snuff film does not know until the very end that this movie is real and that the agenda is that they should not walk away. So the other type of girl that is highly prized is the prom queen. This is an innocent, a child, usually pre-puberty, but sometimes they can be up to 16 years, and they don't want the girl any older than 16 because, at 16 and 17, your face loses all the chubby innocence of girlhood, and then you begin to look more and more like a woman, and they don't want that. The Lord says that these girls are abducted from good homes, while others are runaways, others are homeless, but they're all cleaned up and they're taken care of for a couple of weeks and given the same storyline, just the way you feed and take care of chickens and turkeys ahead of Thanksgiving. The difference is that at some point, these children begin to suffer abuse and the care turns into captivity. And so when these children's movies are made, from the beginning, they're explosive because the children have already been afraid. So one thing I saw a little blonde girl with a red ribbon on her neck, and she was in something that looked like a parking garage. And this child was trying to make an escape from where she had been held. What she didn't know is that the door had been left open on purpose. Her handlers wanted her to run because the entire place I saw had very sound sensitive mics and little cameras that could see even in the dark, even in the dimness. So as she was trying to make her escape and hiding behind, those large pillars that you find in the parking garage that separate the bays of the cars, and she was running from bay to bay and hiding. This child of about 11 or 12 had absolutely no idea that every move she was making was being filmed until finally the killer showed up. The child was sexually assaulted and killed right in front of, and that is where I saw the glass box that people were sitting in, watching her be killed right through the glass at a very close angle. So the entire set for these children's movies is rigged, and the child will be seen no matter where they try to run. So the difference is that the grown women are being told, this is your shot at Hollywood, so if you're comfortable with a little nudity or you're comfortable with this kind of scene, you could really make it faster. But these young children have a different type of high octane born identity type of movie, and they die screaming and fighting, creating very volatile content live on screen for those who are sexually excited while they view this type of thing. The revelation of the Lord is that this is a very regular form of entertainment by those in power.